Everyone, my name is Steven Iroko, and I'll be doing a brief demo on how to install and use Evilginx 2. Evilginx is basically a man in the middle reverse proxy attack framework used for phishing account credentials along with sessions, cookies, which allows bypassing of multi-factor authentication. So basically, um, Evilginx is basically a tool that allows you to sniff out the login details, login credentials while someone is trying to while the user is trying to log into their their the resource that they are trying to log into. So you can easily get the credentials using Evilginx tool, be it a mail, be it irrespective of what type of page it is, Evilginx can do the listening and as a man in the middle. So okay, firstly, the first thing I would try want to do is to sound a note of warning to anyone who is trying to use Evilginx tool for illegal purposes. So I would advise that you do not, because Evilginx 3 is a powerful adversary in the middle phishing framework intended strictly for legitimate security research and controlled penetration testing. So unauthorized use of this tool to capture credentials, session cookies, or personal data is illegal, unethical, and punishable under cybersecurity and privacy laws in most countries around the world. So before installing or using Evilginx tool, you need to obtain or explicit written permission from the system or organization you are testing. Then never use it on systems or accounts or even individuals that you do not own or have access to. So or you are not authorized to have access to. So also you should not misuse uh, evil dreams, because a misuse can lead to criminal charge, civil lawsuits, or job loss and permanent reputational damage. So that's that about it. So if you are planning on using, if you were thinking about using Evilginx for an unlawful or an illegal in an illegal manner, so I would advise you not to use it. And if you are not fully aware of how to use it in a legal and ethical um, manner without implications, I would advise you not to install it at all. Okay, basically, so like I said initially, I'll be teaching us on how to, I'll be showing us a demo of how to run the installation on Kali Linux. The basic things you would be needing for this installation is um, your Linux machine, which may be Ubuntu or Debian, depending on which one you prefer between them. So also you would need a domain name and a DNS control, and also you'll be needing a sudo privilege on your um, on your Linux um, on your Linux machine, and also you would need to install to have a the Go programming language installed on your Linux machine also. So the first thing to do um, is to make sure that your machine is up to date, update and upgrade. Sorry, and that upgrade. So once you do this, I actually just updated and upgraded my machine, so I would not want to do that again. But once you click on enter, it would run the update and upgrade once and for all. Then the next thing you would want to do is to install your Golang, which is done by typing in the command line sudo apt install Golang -y. So it would run the installation, but sorry, I had a syntax error there. So that's sudo apt install Golang -y. Okay. So it would, as you can see, I already have the latest version of the Golang installed on my machine, but that's basically what you need to do to install it. Then the next thing is to clone the Evilginx repository by um, typing in git clone. But basically, the command line you need to use um, is on the official Evilginx page, so you can just navigate there. So the next thing to do will be to clone the directory, which you can do by entering this. And so because I already have the path existing and it's not an empty directory, so not, but so once you do that, it would run the cloning of that. And the next thing you want to do is to line of action will be to clone the Evilginx repository, and do that by um, by typing in the command that I have here. So um, so I already have the destination parts existing, so I'll just cancel this. And yeah, okay. So the next thing to do will be to create the you would need to run the Evilginx app. So for me, I just had to locate the directory where the Evilginx application is running, which is my build. So you just need to locate where the Evilginx application is. So for me, I'll just change my directory to build, or you can just even sudo apt sudo Evilginx. So and there you go, you have your Evilginx running. And yeah, so basically the next step to take would be to configure your Evilginx. Yeah, so this is my these are my fishlets. Fishlets are basically YAML file extensions that allows for that once enabled can be used to run phishing attacks on um, an external on a resource or a login instance. So you you can check you can look up on how to create a fishlet. And yeah, so basically the next step will be to set up your Evilginx, and so to configure your domain name. I'm using Cyber Vault Secure as my domain name. You can check Yeah, you can create a domain name for yourself if you don't have or if you don't already have an existing domain name. And once you do that, it will set it to it. You can check the update of your domain here. And once the domain is set, you would set your domain. So you can set your IPv4 also. So you can set the IP for your domain name also. So um, uh, type in config IPv4, then my IP is 102.88.24.12, and oh sorry, I misspelled there. Config IPv4 102.8.12, and voila, you have your IPv4 set. You can check for your layers. The layers are the URLs that you dangle in front of the user for them to click. And um, yeah, so to get your URL, um, you need to ensure that your fishlet is enabled first. Depending on the site you want. So for the sake of this now I'm using Outlook. I'm going to enable Outlook. Sorry, fishnets, enable Outlook. So this is the error message we are getting for that, and that is because we've not set our host name for Outlook. So the next line of action will be to set the host name for our Outlook by typing in config domain um, sorry, that's fishnets on host name, then your host name and your domain name, which is cyber. In my case, it is cyber vault secure.com, and there you have it. Your host name will be set. Outlook, yeah, sorry. Cyber vault secure.com. So there you have it. You have your host name set to cybersecurity and cyber vault secure.com. So the next thing to do is to enable your fishlets by typing in fishlets enable Outlook, and there you go. It will run it, and once it's done, you can check your fishlets. So let's hold on a second for it to load. Okay, there we go. So you check your fishlets, and there we go. We have our Outlook enabled. Here it is. As you can see, this is the host name, this is the fishlet, and it appears to be visible at the moment. So the next thing to do will be to create your lure by typing lures. So okay, so you can create your lures by lures create outlook. Because I already have one already. Okay, so it's created it as with the ID too. So you just get the URL which you would use for your lure by typing lures get hyphen URL. So the next thing to do is to enter the ID you have here for your lure, which is 2. So it would generate a URL for you to use in your phishing mail, and once the link has been tapped on the end of the user, you you will get a notification here that the user has already clicked the link and is trying to log in. Once the person enters the wrong password or the right password, you'll be able to see everything that they type on their system while logging in, and even to the point of what's it called, the OTP. If they get an OTP or they use a OTP to log in, you can easily bypass that with this man in the middle. So thank you for listening, and I hope this video was really helpful. Do have a lovely day.